us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Orchard Park. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Higgins sent in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Brown. Finding space inside the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now Brown. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Christian Benford on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. And the Bills.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
11. Here we go.
On carry here for Brown. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He's got it inside the 5. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Here we go.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ground, this is James Cook. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 23, here's second and 8.
Alert! 319! Gun! Back, please. Middle. That's it!
From the gun, here is Allen. In trouble, and down he goes. Shamar Stewart. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On the run to the right. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35.
It's a gain of 20
And how
yards.
about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 8. Out of the gun, here's Allen. A throw caught by Judy on the outside. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's the linebacker, the former first-round pick, Kenneth Murray. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They go play action for Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Josh Allen on the bootleg. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Allen now off the bootleg. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Buffalo. Now to try here for the point after. It's up and through. And the Bills will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
32-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's another quick 1st down. That's a 25-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10.
Gun.
They'll stick with him again. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. TJ Sanders there to make the play. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 11. 180.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
On one, ready? Let's get set. That.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. T.J. Sanders in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Alert! 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 What's that?
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Buffalo.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He keeps it himself. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Big-time play there for Buffalo. A pickup of 44 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Hook. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Throw here for Allen. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So after giving up the lead with that safety, we're also going to give up the football. It's a free kick from the 20. Taken at the 19. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
That's good for Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Alert!
They'll start on the ground with Cook. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Bills, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
9 brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll try and run here with Cook. And right to the 25-yard line. That is enough for the 1st down. So they pick it up on the ground, and the drive keeps going. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
He'll find Shakir open right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen on 3rd down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. Their 2nd. As they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Regular. 180. Look out.
Allen to throw. Rolling right. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run right here with Cook. Room to run at the 40. And he is going to be out of bounds. A big one there to start the second half. 36 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Moving to his right. Now he'll run it. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive. Getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Alert, alert, alert!
Looking to throw, it's Allen. He's got room to roam. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. Extra point drive forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Bills will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
One, ready? Gun!
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Burrow here on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Bills first down.
Look out!
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And that's a nice job, something out of nothing, sidestepping defenders for a gain of 4.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
That's good.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat. He does the rest.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bengals' 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try it with Cook. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. There's fans open right side. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Here we go. Here we go.
To the ground. He'll get it again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he will go all the way. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Look out.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
What's that?
Off the play fake, it's Allen. His throw left side is complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. This pass caught by Judy, and he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down. One more time going up top with Allen. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's into the end zone. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. To the left side, caught by Chase. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. 11 empty.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. 2nd down. Burrow. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Catch left side is made by Higgins. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They bring Chase in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, this is Cook. Good running inside the 25. And he will score! James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. The kicking team off for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Burrow. This one caught by Chase. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
That's good for the Bengals.
Now Brown. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
They bring Chase in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And they have the 1st down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out to the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Burrow. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
1st down.
Start.
1st carry for the Auburn arm, Tank Bigsby. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
1-yard gain. Brings up second.
On 1, ready?
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That one good for 18 yards, and to the 18-yard line. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. Brown on this defense. Backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Start.
try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Chase Brown, touchdown Cincinnati. What a year. That is touchdown number 22 on the season. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but
that's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
That keeps the score. Bills 39, Bengals 23. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Once again, it's Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On third down, it's Allen. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Trey Hendrickson. He gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
On 2, ready? 11, Thomas. Here we go, here we go.
Burrow working in the pistol. To the outside, it's looked in by Chase. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. What a year. Catch number 95 on the season.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bengals first down.
On first and 10, Burrow. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
11. Stop.
Burrow out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, it is second down and 5.
11. Gun.
They'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Burrow throwing on 4th down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up. Brown. And he will power his way into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit.
That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. He's to midfield.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
Here's a handoff to Cook. He steers clear. First tackler working his way forward for a gain of about 4. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, here is Allen. And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Buffalo.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. How to imagine it's victory formation. We're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll stick with him again. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo.